Hi everybody, welcome to day 3 of your reflective activity. This particular activity is a bit of a three-parter, so it's something that you're going to do throughout your day, and the only things that you're going to actually need is a piece of paper, a pen, and I want you to think of 3 people that you think know you really, really well. So whether it's friends, family, co-workers, these are individuals that you think you have worked with for a long time or have lived with, be a spouse, a child, whatever that may be for you in your world, but somebody who has seen you go through some trials, tribulations, some celebrations, so they can really cross-reference some of these experiences that they've seen you go through in your activity. Ready? Here we go. Part 1 is to take that piece of paper and bring some pen to it. And what you're going to do with this one is you're actually going to go through and figure out a minimum of 3 attributes, things that you think are your super strengths. And I want you to take some time to figure out why you think it's them. If you can think of more than 3, go for it, have her. I want you to write that whole page of all the great stuff you got going on. But if it takes you some time and you're going to struggle, that's okay too. When I first did this activity, I actually had a really hard time figuring out what were some of my super strengths. So take as much time as you need, make sure you write down at least 3, and why you think that these particular things are some super strengths or attributes. Part 2. This particular one is where you're going to actually pull out those 3 contacts that you think are close to you. And I'd like you to touch base with them. See if you can contact them throughout the day sometime. Take 5 minutes of their time to ask them the same question. What are 3 attributes that you think I hold and why? Now the reason I say pre-frame, it's really great to make sure that they're kind of ready for this question. Let them think about it so that you can get the most out of that particular conversation. It's kind of cool when you go through this process. You may learn a couple things. Or some things may surprise you. You may also get some affirmations of some things that you may have already known, but maybe the examples are slightly different than what you were expecting. And this is where part 3 of your activity comes into. Once you have done your writing of your reflection for yourself, compiled some information from a minimum of 3 people, I want you now to go back and reflect on that. Did you see any common traits from the people that you had spoken to? And with what you've written down, is there anything that kind of surprised you or stood out that you didn't expect? This is a really great opportunity to get some perspective. And with my coach, when she had me go through and do some of this stuff, really had me kind of realize that some of the things that I thought were just my norm, other people considered to be maybe my super strength. For example, gratitude. And another one was learning. I want you to kind of figure out some really great things about yourself. The reason that I ask you to do this today is it's very easy if I could have asked you to write down 10 things that you liked least about yourself. The reality is the majority of us could probably think of that list super quick. And that's not what this is all about. We need to figure out what some of our super strengths are because we can utilize them in moments when we're not the strongest. Or when we think we're not strong in some areas in our world, this is where we want to pull out all the great things. And sometimes it's hard for us to figure that out, but the people that are close to us really know some really great things about us too. What I would love to do is have you share some of those strengths and some of the things that you had learned about yourself when you were talking to some of your close friends, family, co-workers. I'd love to hear them and if you had any aha moments. And please don't hesitate to share this with any of your friends or family because at the end of the day, we really want to make this a better place. I will talk to you all soon. We will see each other tomorrow.